Warrenbach. Thank you for joining me today. So, end of day 6. Wow, what a day. This is going to be a day to be remembered. It definitely goes up on the list there of upsets of tournaments. Hush, hush, South Africa, Japan, all that, and Wales, Fiji, yes. But Fiji get to enter themselves on the other side of that list now. They were part of the Wales-Fiji side. Now they're on the other side where they lose to Uruguay. What a game. But please, before we get into it, please comment, share, subscribe, all those good things down below, get the conversation flowing. Yeah, so Uruguay take the win. It's been a trend of this tournament that, unfortunately, the Tier 2 nations, both of them are technically Tier 2, but Fiji is much higher ranked, much better team in my opinion. Play until about the 60th minute and then just can't finish it off. And this happened technically for Uruguay today, but they were just able to pull enough of a lead together, and Fiji were just not able to get enough points together. And I think the tale of the day for Fiji is kicking. Oh my word, 20% of their kicks went over. 20%! They left so many points on the field, it's not even funny. And this is something a team of Fiji's caliber cannot afford, considering that they're the try-scoring team. The fact that they went for penalties at the end of the game showed that they were not able to break the defense. And if my analysis of the game, the biggest thing is Fiji focused too much on trying to go wide. Uruguay predicted it. They were just like, spread the players. They're always going to go wide. And the only time Fiji finally decided to go, Fiji actually did at least go for some forward tries. They got over the line, and I think the second half they did that much better. They did actually have one try like that also, but they almost were rather too predictable. Uruguay was just like, spread the players, catch them out wide, and they did. And the touchline was a great defender. Some good moments. I know Fiji had a couple of times when they had 30-plus phases. The one time 30-plus phases, they actually lost. They had to stop play due to a head-on-head collision, quite a bad one. But yeah, both players seem fine after the test, so that's good. But some other big stats from that game. Before you get there, Fiji did strike first. They looked confident in the first few minutes. I think 7th minute they scored a try. Confidence. Then they let an easy try through to give Uruguay back something. Then they scored a try again. But the big thing is the first try they missed. Then at least they got the second conversion, but that was like the last one. I think in the 50th minute there was a conversion almost in front of the post. I think like maybe 2 meters to the right, and he still missed. It's almost as bad. It's worse than Dan Biggers, because at least Dan Biggers hit the post. Whew. That was a frustrating game, especially for my Super Brew. It was a frustrating game. Fiji had so many opportunities. Story of their day. Just kept on losing the ball. Kept on. I mean, it was 25 turnovers for Fiji side. That's insane, especially against the Tier 2 nation like that. Uruguay fight had 15, so they also did. But 25, when you're trying to score tries, is insane. And they really cost themselves the game because of that. Other position stats, Fiji's way. I mean, territory 55% to 45. 57% of the possession. 591 meters run over 297. Fiji it was their game to lose. It was their game to lose, and I give credit to Uruguay for holding it out. A pretty good tackle percentage, although Fiji's had a better tackle percentage. It's just a case of Uruguay caught them off guard a lot of the time. They missed the tackles that counted, which is obviously a bad problem, whereas Uruguay made the tackles that counted. They also converted almost every kick. I think they only missed one kick, but it wasn't essential for the end result, I guess. But Uruguay just had way more opportunities. And also, fun fact, this is only the 3rd time in World Cup history a team has actually won with scoring 2 less tries than the opposing team. So, yeah, shows you the kind of strategy Uruguay went with. And I give them credit for building that strategy and going forward. Funnily enough, South Africa is not on the list of teams who have won without scoring a try. I thought we would be number 1 on that list of like 9 times we've done that. No, we're not. It's Wales, Australia, the other one, and I'll get the other game. But it was not South Africa in either of the 2 options. So, quite interesting. So, yeah, I think that's credit to Uruguay. They were really good. And I loved hearing the crowd chant Uruguay. I hope it makes news there. As I've heard said Rugby, so I really hope it makes news there, as it's quite a great achievement for them, and they should take this. Fiji, take this on the lip. Last remark about this game before we move on. Everybody was pretty much impressed with Fiji's performance against Australia. Now, what is Australia's performance? Was it a case of, I know, as a last little thing, Fiji did change a lot of their players. This is not their first string play, but the fact of the matter is, Fijian side, definitely, it's not. They have quite a decent depth pool. It was just not quality from them, and I definitely now worry about Australia's chances. And I'm more confident about my pick for this weekend's game with Australia-Wales, because going with Wales. I think that it was not a great showing from Fiji, especially defensively. And Australia, I know, also cut them apart, but the fact of the matter is that they should have cut them even more. I mean, this was almost the same point scored against them now as what Australia did, and there was Uruguay. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's tough to pick up in World Cups. It is a quick turnaround, but I don't think that's an excuse from Fiji's side. They should have closed this out, and they didn't. Going on to the next games, Italy, England are the big ones here. Obviously facing Canada, Italy's facing Canada, and England's facing USA. Italy, Canada, I've got a feeling they're going to play a very similar game to what they played against Namibia. Just tie them out. Some really quality plays from Italy. So I'm not expecting a surprise like that happened today, tomorrow. Italy at least have. It is also a rather quick turnaround, similar to today's game. So yeah, we'll see if Canada deliver like Uruguay did. But it is interesting that we have another game where one of the teams have played relatively recently and the other team hasn't played yet. We'll see if that is a massive factor. Largely similar team for Italy. Some changes here and there, but overall I've got a feeling that I think this should go according to the book and not upset like today. So we'll see how it goes. The England-USA game is a much more interesting game for me. England have had quite a bit of an uproar in the media, and to be fair, their media is harsh. I mean, they always take on the team. It's very similar to when you watch South Africa and New Zealand media, which any result, it has to be a win. Other than that, it's a terrible thing, and the team's culture is dead and all that. So take it with a pinch of salt. But I mean, you've got a couple of players pretty much berating the English team. Steve Thompson, for example, World Cup winner, saying that there's no team culture, that they should have taken Wrigglesworth. He controls Old Farrell better. So I don't know how much truth there is to that, and I think this is it's nice for England that they kind of have this up ramp into the tournament. You've got Tonga, and then USA is slightly harder, and then so it is good. Although to be fair, if they fall off the ramp somewhere, it's going to be a hard fall because they're going to have a harder time going up and up. So this is an interesting game. I think that they definitely controlled the game well against Tonga. I know that there was a scrappy game, and it was definitely not the best from England, but they can only build on it. So let's see how this USA game goes. A lot of English fans on my channel are definitely saying that England's going to wipe the floor with them. And to be fair, they should. They should wipe the floor with them. But USA is definitely a bunch of players. It's very similar to, like, let's say, Fiji, where they've got a bunch of athletes who maybe have converted from other sports. Fiji converts a lot from sevens and from tens and that kind of thing from footy. Whereas the Americans are moving from American football and other sports into athletics and into rugby, to be fair. So, but if you look at that, I think that they're probably slightly better off than what the Fijians are in the sense that they've got quite a wider range of types of players. And as a fan, don't write off USA. They've improved hugely in their sevens, and I would, as an English fan, be a little bit concerned about this game, especially if the team spirit and the team culture is not there. So it'll be a good test for England for tomorrow to see how their culture is, how Farrell, I know, is on the bench, so there are quite a lot of changes. There's no Tuolangi here, which Tuolangi I think helped a lot against the Tonga game. Willi Heinz gets a start. I like him as a scrummy, so I think that's a good option. He really has had some good performances for them, and I think is more on form at the moment for England. So he's a good option there. But yeah, there's quite a lot of changes, so it's tough for England to really see how much to do. But effectively, if they see any trouble, I think they'll just put Farrell on. I know George Ford, both games is fly-off, so he should be fine. Good continuity there. Most of the front rows changed, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, as an English fan, I think the biggest thing is just to see, can the team just be a little bit more gelled? Have they figured out the conditions now? Have they had more time? And go from there. I think that they should comfortably still win this, but it's definitely going to be an indicator for the kind of tournament England's going to have going forward. But yeah, thanks guys. I hope you enjoy my review and every kind of things. Any other comments or questions you have down below? I will be bringing out another video on like some news, interesting stuff like that from the tournament so far. But yeah, leave a comment down below, all those things. Thanks guys. Cheers.